This is a Jurua, a Tier 5 Pan-American premium destroyer. It is the second Pan-American ship in the game at this point, along with the Atlantico, and the Jurua does not have a dedicated destroyer commander. So instead of that, we have Pedro Lima Santos, which is the Dewey. He's the all-around commander for the Pan-American. So let's check him out. Base trait is multi-tool, which improves the ship's secondary battery shell damage, torpedo damage, and main guns and planes damage. So this guy does it all right there in the multi-tool base trait. For inspiration, since we're setting him up for a destroyer, I went with concealment. Eric Bay for Shifty improves the destroyer detectability by 3.8%. And then we have Deng Shishang, Quantum of Solace, which improves the destroyer detectability and torpedo damage. And then here for the skills, we went with a torpedo setup. You can basically set this guy up for destroyers, cruisers, or battleships. Here we went with a destroyer torpedo setup. Contact is Eminent is the first skill, which improves the torpedo speed. Then Look at Me Now, which improves the concealment. Back in Stock, which improves the reload time of the torpedoes. And then Smoke on the Water, which helps out the smoke screen dispersion time and deployment. And then we went with Unstoppable with the legendary skill, which improves the repair time by 5%, and it allows for reduced mobility with a disabled engine and or rudder. Special effect will improve the damage control party cooldown time by 50% when you're within 4.5 kilometers of an enemy ship. That is at legendary rank 2. Going up to legendary rank 4 will improve that radius up to 7.5%. All right, then as far as the upgrades, the traverse speed of the main guns needed a little bit of help, so we went with the main battery mod 2. And then we went with propulsion mod 2, which improves the time taken to reach full power, cuts that in half. And here we went with the torpedo mod. Reload time is 90 seconds. Maximum damage is now 17,548, which is pretty good. Range is 9.2 kilometers. Speed is 59 knots, which I think the mod cut that speed down a little bit. And the detectability range by sea is 1.1 kilometers. All right, then loadout, ammunition, high explosive shells, armor-piercing shells, and torpedoes, which we will get into in a minute. Damage control party, duration is 5 seconds. Reloads every 38 seconds, and you have an unlimited number of those. Then we have the smoke generator, which runs for 20.8 seconds. Dispersion time is 114 seconds. Reloads every 190 seconds, and there are 2 of those. Then we have a couple engine boosters here. Maximum speed is improved by 8% when the booster is running. Duration is 120 seconds, and it reloads every 171 seconds. And here, boosters could change depending on the match, but I did go with the rare battle booster to improve the maximum movement speed and cooldown time for all consumables. Ship comes with a Type 9 premium permanent camouflage. Sea detectability range and incoming fire dispersion is 4.5% respectively. Survivability hit points, 13,000. Armor, 6 to 16 millimeter, don't get hit. Artillery, you have 4 guns. They reach out to 10.2 kilometers. Reload every 5.3 seconds. Traverse time is 15 seconds, which is really not all that great. HE shells have a maximum of 1748. Armor piercing have a maximum of 2159. Torpedoes, you have 2 racks of 4 torpedoes each. They reload every 84 seconds. Maximum damage is 17,548, as we said. Range is 9.2 kilometers with a speed of 59 knots. AA defenses, don't expect to clear the sky in the Jurua. Maneuverability, maximum speed is 37.1 knots, which is pretty good. Turn circle radius is pretty good, I think, at ½ kilometer. And rudder shift time is 3 seconds, which is great. Concealment is rated at 98. That's the best you're going to be able to do here. Detectability range by sea is 5.5 kilometers. Range by air is 3 kilometers. And while you're firing into smoke, it's 2.3 kilometers. Whatever you do, do not get hit. Overview, stealthy. Good torpedo concealment means enemies have less time to react to incoming threats. And the ship is agile with an above average ability to change direction, but it is frail with a below average HP rating, so don't get spotted and don't get hit. So then the Jurua is the lead ship in a series of destroyers built in Great Britain for the Brazilian Navy. In terms of her characteristics, the ship was close to the British standard G and H class destroyers, entered service in 1940, and there were 6 ships in the series. All right, well, that's it for the setup of the ship and the commander. Let's go out in a standard battle and check out the torpedo build. And so, yeah, how can you get the Jurua? It is 5,000 ice crowns, and it is the one ship that you can acquire in this update essentially for free to play. You don't have to get Admiralty Backing. The amount of ice crowns you can get without Admiralty Backing is 4,500 ice crowns. You can get 500 more with the Ladies' Favor package that was in the store. It was absolutely free, and that came with another 500 ice crowns. And then you could acquire another 3,000 ice crowns by playing out the most recent advent calendar. So that would be 1,000 ice crowns per week. I don't think you need to pay Admiralty Backing or anything for that. You do have to pay a couple doubloons, 100 doubloons per day if you missed any days, but that was another 3,000 ice crowns. So according to my calculations, that is 8,000 ice crowns that you could acquire free to play during this update. So with the Admiralty Backing, you can get more ice crowns, and then there are more ice crowns available in the store with the different bundles that I've created videos about. You can check my channel for that. I will leave a link to the video where I explain essentially all about ice crowns. It was a pretty popular video. You may have seen it already, but in any event, yeah, I will leave a link to that video down below. But here I am going right up the middle into B, and we are in range of the Heinrich there, and we are spotted by that Fubuki. So we are going to be looking to get out of the way here. My teammate has activated his smoke screen, so I'm going into that smoke screen and I'm getting a free smoke. And here I'm just targeting that Fubuki, and he was taken out by my the teammate, the Colorado player. So good on the Colorado player for taking out that Fubuki. We're just going to sit here and capture B. There's a Heinrich. He's going at a slow speed. I don't know if those torpedoes are going to be able to get anybody, but it seems like, yeah, they're going kind of slow. They do have a 9-kilometer range. They're going slow. You might be able to get them. We'll see how that turns out. Yeah, they've petered out. They don't have any more range, and that was it. So no joy on the Heinrich with the torpedo. So we're going to finish capturing the base here, and then we are going to move on and look to capture another base. But we, for the time being, we're going to sit here and take some more shots at the Heinrich. But you see that the island indicator popped up right there at the end. So we are going to move out. We are kind of looking at the West Virginia there. And he is basically, West Virginia is basically a sitting duck. So we can get out there within range and take some shots at him. He will be in huge trouble. He doesn't have any sonar or anything. Right here we are spotted by the red team destroyer. The other destroyer looks like he is coming after us, the Akazuki. I hit the smoke to kind of obscure his view while I am continuing to go toward the West Virginia. The smoke screen is between myself and the Akazuki, and there you go. The West Virginia was taking a shot at my last known location. So a good idea. Might have gotten lucky there if I would have stopped. But now we are in range. And I'm doing a narrow shot. And there I've staggered a little bit, but I've decided to hold off for right now and look around. And since we have moved a pretty good distance between both shots, that's why I didn't stagger the shots there. The Akizuki is still coming after me. So, yeah, there you go. He is definitely looking to do what destroyers like to do, is take out other destroyers. Unfortunately, I am not sure that the Japanese destroyers are really all that great at gunboat play. So, right, looks like he's moving away, and we got 4 hits on the West Virginia, it looks like, and now he's starting to turn out 4 hits and 3 floods. So take a note, the Pan-American destroyers do cause quite a bit of flooding. There is another hit. Luckily that West Virginia turned out, otherwise he would have been destroyed. 5 torpedo hits, 56,000 damage. And we are 7 seconds away from one of the racks reloading. All right, now we are reloaded and he is moving away, as sort of you should do. But he is trying to meet up with the rest of his team, and he is definitely in range. So here, yeah, we took 1 shot. And if I don't see the indicator line moving around, I would think about taking another shot there. There I'm sizing up the other battleship there, which looks like he's sort of moving in this direction. So I'm waiting to see what those torpedoes do and whether I can take a shot on the Heinrich right here. So that's why I'm waiting. Looks like I am going to take out the West Virginia. And no, complete miss. So that's why I didn't fire on the Heinrich. Looked like he was still accelerating, so you can see that I let those torpedoes go a little bit ahead of the aiming indicator. So I'm maneuvering to try to keep both of these battleships within range and stay out of my detection range. And yeah, the Jurua does seem like a pretty good torpedo boat. Nothing wrong with the Jurua, especially for the price. You can't beat that. So this is your tier 5. I'm too far ahead. Okay, very good. So nothing wrong with the Jurua, especially for a tier 5 destroyer. So it's an easy way to get tier 5 premium ship. And there, my concealment was 5.5 kilometers, and I closed within 5.4 kilometers, so I was visible to the West Virginia. So you would think, knowing that he saw a destroyer, that he would turn out. Those torpedoes actually do look pretty good. Looks like he didn't turn out, so maybe this time we'll get him. And there, yeah, we got him with 2 of the torpedoes. So we're just closing up to keep out of the concealment range and close up so we can try to get a good shot on the Heinrich here, especially since he's looking for us. We might as well let him know where we're at here with these torpedoes. So, all right, the torpedoes are about ready to reload, and there we go. We are going to take a shot at them. And 15 more seconds on the second rack reloading. We're less than a kilometer from our concealment, so I'm turning out 6 kilometers. 3 seconds on the reload. And I'm letting the other rack go in case the first set of torpedoes here don't get them. Looks like they're going to obliterate them. So there you go. 3 torpedo hits, actually. It says 2 and 2 floodings, but it looked like 3 actually hit. 78,000 damage 9 torpedo hits. So, all right. So we are pretty well ahead right here, but we are definitely down on ships. So this could be a little bit of a problem with 2.5 minutes left in the match. So we are just going to close up here and try to get within torpedo striking distance of that battleship is what my initial thought is here. And yeah, see, I'm targeting to California. We are almost within range. 9.4, 9.3, 9.2. So there you go. We are definitely in range now. But it looks like he is moving because the aiming indicator is moving back toward him. So I don't know whether he's turning toward us or what, but there I took a torpedo hit, torpedo aim way off the aiming indicator right there. And yeah, let both of them go. We're just going to see how this plays out. There are a couple ships milling around over in that general area there. So yeah, we're going to come around on the other side of this island here. And yeah, so it looks like the guns, main guns, are not pointing toward us. Looks like those torpedoes are going to miss. So since the guns are way off, I'm thinking about taking a shot at them as I'm going behind this island here. We're spotted. So now I've got no choice but to let them have it. As long as you're spotted, you can't really do anything else really except hope that you're moving faster than his guns can traverse on you, and he's starting to hit full rudder to help his guns traverse. Now that, wow, those are some pretty fast traversing guns, and he blapped us right there. And now I'm going to be lucky if I can get behind this island within the 30 seconds or so it's going to take to reload the main guns. And it does look like we're going to do it. There's 9 seconds left in the match, 8 seconds left in the match. And it looks like we are going to survive and get a big-time win on the Jurua out of that match. Well, that was kind of an exciting match there toward the end. All right, well, that was a big-time victory for the Jurua. 274,000 credits, 87,000 total damage performance on 36 main gun hits, 9 torpedo hits on 2 destroyed ships, a couple of fires, 6 flooding. So most of the torpedoes did cause a flooding. All right, so let's see how we did on the team result. All right, second place overall with almost 2,200 XP, 2 destroyed ships. All right, not bad. Let's see how we did on the economy tab. And we cleared 242,000 silver credits by the time it was all said and done. And that is it for the Pan-American Destroyer Jurua, which can be obtained for free to play in the current campaign. So hopefully nothing else, you got to see a little bit about the ship. Let me know what you think down below. This is the Jaguar, and I'll see you on the high seas. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like it.